Yes, it's that time once again. Welcome to Realm of Racing as we cross the midway point of the season here tonight for round 13 at the Russian Grand Prix. Normally not a fan favorite, but does have a long run into turn one, so could be an exciting start. Pole position is not always your friend here, but we shall see how it unfolds. And with me, as always, Hunter, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, no, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. As you said, not really a fan favorite. It gets a little bit more love, I think, in sim racing. I think the majority of people would agree it's more fun on the sim than it is in real life, which doesn't happen on many tracks. But we'll take it, I guess. We'll take what we
Mm-hmm.
can get as sim racing. But no,
Nah,
yeah, no, I'm excited for this one. Still,
the boys will make it good for us.
of course. We got a very close. Pop it up on screen. We got a very close constructors championship. Only 10 points between Alfa Romeo and Alpine. 10 points with the jump. Both of them tied on 7 podiums. So that just kind of shows you 14 podiums between two teams. It almost feels like a little bit of Red Bull, Mercedes. They're just two giants basically going head to head. Putting in work really, because 7 podiums between the two of them is impressive. Red Bull in third place. It's almost looking like a two-man show at this point. Red Bull almost, ooh, I can't do my quick maths, but what is that, about 70 points behind, 80, 70, whatever that number is. A lot of points, but they're 1 point ahead of Williams. Williams could definitely maybe get a jump on them. Milky is not here today, so I think Groovy will be the sole points provider today. But yeah, in the rest of the battles you guys can see on screen. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, David still with a little bit of a lead. TC did cut that lead a little bit last race to 17. But still a little bit of work to do, but there's still a lot of rounds to go. As Celestial said in the intro, we're only halfway through, just passing the halfway mark. So yeah, 17 points between the leaders, but as we get down, only about 13 points between second and third, 7 points between third and fourth, 1 point between fourth and fifth. So I mean, still battles all around.
Super
All these
close.
points are going to be important.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, that is very good and healthy to see like that right there. A lot of good battles still this far into the season. Hopefully it continues.
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you get this deep into the season as the owner of this league, especially going through what we did last season, kind of ending off a lot earlier than we wanted to, it's definitely good to see that we've already made it past the point that we did last year, and we have some, yeah, like you said, some really healthy battles, good competition. The boys are still showing up, not the best numbers, but kind of to be expected. It's almost like a Monaco. People just don't feel like racing it. We've got about 5 guys, I think, that declined, and that's not usual. So I'm sure next week we'll have much better numbers. I don't remember what track is next week, actually. Let me take a look. Singapore is next week. So yeah, hopefully the first night race of the season, people get up for that. But
Yeah, that one should be a good one.
we've got Russia today, and I'm watching Gelfi right now on a hot lap, seeing what he can do in the Alpine, the second driver for the Alpines. Proven to be a very, very solid second driver at that, as obviously Alpine in second place. Really interested. Obviously, TC is in fourth right now. Tails and David taking charge in P1 and 2. I wonder if they helped each other out with some tow like they did
Yeah,
last
did
week. I didn't catch anything,
you
though.
just see right there? TC did just give him the toe down that straightaway there
Oh, so
and
we
moved
got
out the
some
way.
tow from the rival. Or so you wait, Gelfi got
No, it
tow,
was
or
Gelfi. Yeah,
oh,
no, it
okay,
was
I see what you're
Gelfi.
saying. Oh, I'm
hmm
sorry, I thought you
Yeah,
said David got towed
because it
from
looks
it.
like TC's going into the pits right now. So he waited for his teammate to give him that little bit of help him out a little bit on that back run there. See where Gelfi goes. The P6
Yeah,
with a
131.7.
131.7.
Not. Ooh, oh my God, he actually almost
Yeah, almost
ran
hit
into
the
the
wall.
wall. Not particularly blistering, but some time to gain there.
And you know, it wasn't super close. I feel like he was like almost 2 seconds behind, so I don't know how much of the toe really he got in it, but he was right on
Ooh,
that fringe area of.
Bio might. Bio. Oh, he's lucky. He didn't invalidate there, but it looked very, very close. But no, as you just said, yeah, 2 seconds, probably a little bit too. In real life, definitely. That's a distant toe, I think. that would definitely benefit you. Maybe not so much going into the turns, but since he pulled out, you know, it would still benefit you in real life if that was the case. But I think in this game, I think it's
Yeah, I'm
similar to
not sure.
last year. I think where it's like it's either 7/10 or maybe a second that you need to be
True.
within to get at least eligible performance. Maybe they added a little bit. Hopefully they did. It would be nice.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No problem.
I've been watching this. It's Jay making crustier tea here, and they've been like racing here,
Racing.
getting little wheel to wheel, and now they're
They're
both gonna
going to
come
the
into the
pits.
pits now.
Oh, Krusty
Because they've
Team.
been
This is getting a little bit
I mean they had made
touchy-feely.
contact about 3 or 4 times there in that little bit of a battle.
Yeah, so Bio goes 5th with a 131.6. So already close battles. Everybody, for the most part, is putting in a 131 or better, looking like Bio, trying to save some tires. Tito getting out of the way nicely. See if there's anybody else on a fast lap. Like some guys coming out of the pits. Routine coming out of the pits with Echo. Looks like a Red Bull coming out of the pit. That's
Yeah, it
Canadian
looks like
today. Canadian in 3rd place.
yes, I can't tell if Azure if he is on his hot lap or if he just finished his.
So I think Azure...
Don't have my tire laps up yet.
Well, let me take a look. I think he might be on an in.
Okay, so no, he has 1 lap old tires right
if
now.
If he was pushing, he definitely just lost a lot of time there. Took too much curb, went wide, didn't invalidate, but definitely lost time to not invalidate. Oh, again, yep, he's invalidated there.
Yeah.
So he was maybe it did look like he was actually pushing because obviously running the limits a little bit.
You see how easy it is just to go a little bit too much.
Just a train of cars heading into Sector 2 right now. Well, they're heading into the end of Sector 2. Routine letting Vapor go on by. Which none of them I don't think are on. Well, actually, I think Vapor is on a lap right now. Just at a 105. Oh! I think he just got a big snap oversteer.
Okay, so a couple of them are probably about to start their laps. Looks like David is about to start his lap, and Canadian gonna back off just enough.
So Vapor puts it on P9. Yeah, Routine definitely starting the lap now. Vapor getting out the way. He's got somebody behind it. Oh, okay, so that's the Red Bull of Canadian. A little bit farther.
Yeah, David just started his. Canadian backed off a little bit. Didn't want to get the toe down this front stretch. Obviously didn't want dirty air the rest of the track. You want to obviously have a clean run for your...
What sector? He puts it on 33.3.
Like David is...
Ooh, picking up some understeer. Be so tough to nail all of these corners. The curves are really deadly. Oh, he goes a little bit off track and he invalidates. Gonna pull out. I wanted to tap in with Groovy because I think Groovy, yeah, Groovy's on a hot lap. A lot of guys on a hot lap right now.
As Carney goes in and goes up in the pole for the
wow,
moment.
Yeah, 131.0. So a change of hands. David falling back to P5, but he's on a... Oh, he invalidated. So he's going to either have to stay out and do another one or get back into the pits and try to get out to do another out lap and fast lap. I think he's going to probably head into the pits. I did not fuel up for that, so this could change things. David only has 1 shot here at the end of qualifying, and he's got to be quick about it.
Yeah, you can see his fuel light already flashing. So, yeah, 3 minutes left already, or 3:30 left to go.
So Groovy invalidated. Canadian goes up to pole just barely with a 131.055. So it's only like 9 hundredths, I believe. No, 9,000? No, I don't know. I can't math. Right
yeah,
now.
9 thousandths of a...
So yeah, not very, very close between the 2 pole sitters. Tails might have something to say about that, but he didn't really improve, I don't think, on his last time out. And obviously David didn't either, so we've seen this before. The Alfa Romeos have been sitting pretty at one point, but it kind of...
Yeah, she
Not
could be
about always
racing
where
at
you
the
start,
cruel
where you finish.
mistress.
I think Bio's on another lap here.
Yeah, surprising to see him down at P7 right now.
Right, we know him to be a very quick driver, but I mean, look at everybody that's ahead of him. Everybody, they're all in the top, 4 or 5 in the championship, so it's so competitive.
Surprise. Tito in P5
I knew
right
what
now.
you were gonna say there. Yeah, Tito with a really good time, 1:31.4, and he's impressed us a couple of times in qualifying this year. So to see if I hope he can put that into a solid race. But Russia, man, really, you know that it can be a little bit tough. The walls are really close to you.
For sure.
So,
Which I did not notice that David's time is on mediums. So a very respectable time.
That either. Interesting. Yeah, that's some very good pace. That's actually insane. that's
Oh, Bio does go pole, but yes, that was a very quick medium lap.
Yeah, no, that's very
sure.
impressive. So he's dropping down now, but he set that on his first lap. So I mean, that's still very impressive. He would have waited, obviously. That would have been an extremely, extremely fast lap if maybe he waited for the track to evolve a little bit, but looks like Acid Masters has invalidated that on a hot lap, I believe.
Yeah, let's see his first sector.
See, what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to try to, like, write down what...
sector.
Yeah, like, what are good sectors?
Yeah,
and what
he got a 35... He got a 35.9. He was 2 seconds off of his. So I believe he's not.
Yeah, I think he just
he's not pushing.
How much time is left here? The yellow flag is up.
That is one thing I wish they would change. I don't know if you can do your OSD mapping on spectating too, or we can maybe move the clock to the center.
Right.
Because the yellow flag seems to stay up pretty much the whole time.
Whole qualifying, yeah.
With everybody moving out the way.
Yeah, I agree. J-Mick just invalidated his fast lap. So Azure just... I think Azure is kind of hitting a little bit of a slump. At the beginning of the season, you saw him challenging J-Dunk, who obviously was dominating the first part of the season that he was participating in. But ever since, I would probably say 3 or 4 rounds ago, it just seems like he's kind of losing a bit of his grip, literally, because he's just been fall down the order, coming somewhat of a regularity, which I wouldn't have expected.
No.
One of the more consistent drivers on the grid, at least from his past. Oh, okay, he's on an outlap. I'm sorry. I was like very fortunate.
Took a lot of curve there.
Yeah, so very fortunate not to invalidate, but I don't think he cares.
Yeah, so it looks like the clock for us has expired, but I'm sure that there is still time left in the session.
The only person, if that was the case, the only person that made it, I think, was David.
Yeah.
Maybe J-Mick.
But we see a lot of people still pushing, though.
Yeah, I'm watching David right now in P7. He did strap on a pair of the softs. Look at this tight line he's keeping.
Hugs the apex.
Kisses the curb very nicely. Very tidy. Uses all the track. Perfect turn and hits the apex. Ooh, Nat's retired. Oh, just keeps it in bounds. Bio is done for the session with that 130.9.
Flips a tiny bit of curb, but able to settle the car back down, though.
Oh, again, he's getting so close. He's on the limit right now. He's so close to invalidating on a lot of these corners, but he's just keeping it in bounds, going into one of the heaviest braking zones on the track. Brakes. I think he locked up a tiny bit, but he still gets enough rotation. Doesn't really miss the apex by too much. Maybe nicks the curb there a little bit more than he wanted there as well. Excuse me. Oh, he goes in the
Yeah, he
pits.
did not.
He
Yeah,
didn't like that.
you could almost tell there on that last sector that
Tito's
he
in the
just kind of
wall,
felt like
by
he
the
missed
way.
a few corners. He didn't feel comfortable with it.
Tito is literally like just like face first in the wall. Groovy about to finish up his final lap.
Oh,
Let's see what
yep,
he's
there
about
is
to
a
put
Haas. Yep,
in. He
Tito.
goes up to P4 with a 131.1. So close, so tight. It's barely. It's not even half a tenth between our top four right now. It's so close. Not even a tenth between our top 5 or 6, and Tito just got disqualified. No, he was. I saw him in the wall earlier,
Oh, that
and he
was
must not have moved.
yeah, that was weird there.
I don't know what happened there. Gelfie not liking that lap, gonna go into the pits. Thunder into the pits. I think that does it for our qualifying session.
Wow, that's super unfortunate because I was on board with Tito
man.
there when he was getting back on track. I think it just took him a little bit too long because there was too many cars coming behind him and he couldn't back
just
up.
Stood still for a little bit too long, and the game just has absolutely no remorse. But yeah, I think that does wrap up our qualifying. Pole sitter, the Ferrari driver, Biohazard, Total Carney in second, Canadian in third, Groovy in fourth. So, I mean, the two Alfa Romeos sitting in fifth and sixth. We're gonna see if maybe some teamwork comes into play. They might be dangerous from that position still to maybe make a run at the win. Obviously, I don't think David. Well, David didn't put in that lap, correct? So he's starting on mediums in P6. Yeah, that's correct. He's starting.
No, he still will be in
P6 on medium. So, oh boy.
Oh, nice. And Nicholas Latifi and Nikita Mazepin and Yuki Tsunoda have joined the session.
Look at this top 5, though. This is what we love to see.
Super close.
Barely a tenth and a half in it. Just the most smallest of margins, the smallest of mistakes. It could make the biggest of differences. So great quality from the boys.
TC and necktie, that is super tight there.
So close. By the skin of their teeth getting into those positions, so they're going to be thankful for each position because I think we know what we've been hoping for this season is a faultless battle to the end, and I hope I didn't just jinx it by saying that, but hopefully these top 6, these top 7 guys. Also, Azor slipped into P7. We didn't notice that. Azor slipped into P7, just literally slipped in there because we did not see him.
Last lap in, he
Right.
did end up pushing another lap then.
Interesting. So yeah, Thunder P9, Gelfie in P8, the 2 Mercedes in P10 and P11, Acid Masters P12, J-Mick P13. Unfortunate for him, we know he just had a podium, I believe, 2 races ago, and has been on decent form. But I mean, it's below a second for our top 13, so. It's very close.
Yeah, that
very
is
close. I wasn't expecting that from Russia.
Very much what we love to see right there.
I wasn't expecting that from Russia, but I mean, maybe we've seen it several time in and time out this season. So,
I mean, I think what it was is that since Russia is getting retired and they're moving the race to St. Petersburg or whatever, of course it provided us with a very entertaining race in real life, So. I mean, maybe she's feeling a little hurt about not being on the calendar no more.
You might be right in that. Mother Nature has a weird way in speaking. But we're getting a shot of some very non-excited fans. Oh, there they're clapping. Oh, okay, nope, now they're done. There's 2 claps, like a golf clap.
Okay, I notice them now. I didn't even notice them at first. I was looking, in the paddock up there. Okay. To be pretty good seats in real life, but...
I mean, it's kind of weird how there's, like, glass, and then behind them is glass. I'd get, like, a little bit claustrophobic in there, but... Like, why isn't it open like everything else? But
yeah,
are those supposed to be, like, the box seats? Like, oh, if it rains. Alright. You have a prediction here? I don't know. I don't like making the predictions, but at the same time, I'm kind of just feeling like the commentator curses happen no matter what. So why not just embody it?
Just embrace it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Azure is gonna get a podium.
Possibilities. That potential. I think the Alpines are gonna start the charge back up right here. I believe Gelfi might get himself back up there and stuff. Know how quick he is.
Yeah, so
which is not really a long shot, really. Honestly, you know that I don't know if that's really a bold prediction to tell you the truth, even from 8th position. But
and I believe the strategy is a one-stop. I think it's just a soft. And yeah, not many guys are electing to go on to an alternate strategy. Like 3, obviously David starting on those mediums, Nat in 11th starting on those mediums. Probably the one guy that definitely made a good choice, but and I don't blame 12 through 16 for choosing those softs. They want to be aggressive, why not? But how much will it do if everybody else is also on softs? So I guess we will see.
True. Yeah, it's a tough one, but shall see how it will unfold. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting because
We haven't
mentioned
seen
before
Bio
is he gonna remain there into turn 1 with it's such a big slipstream coming down TC and Canadian's gonna have.
I believe the last time we saw him in this position was Portimao, and he was just pushing. I can't remember what happened. He got pretty unlucky. I think maybe a safety car or something. He got unlucky and he was just pushing his heart out, and he ended up crashing on like the last lap or second to last lap. But,
I believe it was the last one.
Yeah.
That one was heartbreaking for sure.
But we are getting ready to go. We're back again with F1's terrible, terrible camera angles. But
I know. I wish you could switch them, like most games where you could switch the camera angle.
I almost go into on board like right away.
Cockpit.
Right, I think we're about to get going. I can't believe they still haven't fixed this glitch. Will we get going?
And the revs are rising. The lights are out. Maybe.
Oh, now they're going.
And they are underway.
I don't think Bio got a terrible start. Bio's already in third.
Passed by 2 cars. TC in front.
Tails is about to challenge as well. Tails is getting squeezed to the wall. There's contact. There's contact.
To the wall, Bio.
There's contact. And somebody's got damage. And the Williams. Oh, there's been straight. And this makes chaos at the beginning.
Yeah,
they're 4 wide.
No front wing.
There's a VSC. Oh my gosh, that my chest, because I was on board with Bio there, and I just saw him squeezing, and I was like, this is gonna get a little bit too close, and unfortunately it did. It was the old rear tap. I'm not too sure what happened to Groovy there though. Saw Groovy go wide at turn 2, and just lost a lot of positions.
Know if there's any damage. He's down 5 positions from where he started. What?
Yeah, I'm trying to get an eye on who has damage right now.
I can see Tails has no front clip at all, or no front wing at all.
So Nat choosing to stay super safe, actually losing a position, but he has no damage. Going through, looks like J-Mick is okay.
And they're back to green flag racing.
Vapor looks okay, so a lot of these guys look okay, but we'll see what happens here. It's so close in the mid-pack. Thunder makes the pass. Oh yeah, Tails has no wing. Tails has no wing. He's dropping down the pack, and he heads into the pits. That VSC actually saved him probably from losing a lot more positions. And who else just hopped in the pits?
Bio's gonna dip in too. Yeah,
So,
so Azure already up into 4th place, David up into 3rd already, so some big gainers. Thunder already up into 5th.
wow, yeah, so Thunder, or not Thunder, Azure also, he has a 5-second, so he must have sped or, missed his delta under one of those, under the VSC, so he's going to have to serve that at some point. But now we have a battle between TC and Canadian, and again, what we wanted, our battle in the top 6, has again been kind of shattered. But
But
I'm
these
sure,
front 3, though, right here, you could almost throw a blanket over them.
right, you could almost put some paper in between them and tell them to dance. They're that close. That paper would not hit the floor.
Gonna see if TC can pull away just enough.
Yeah, Canadian was catching. He was very close for a little bit, but he ended up falling. He's falling back a little bit more now. Maybe just saving a little bit further. When the DRS starts, he got very squirrely out of that corner. So let's see who our biggest gainers are. There's a lot of big gainers. A lot of guys up 3 or 4 positions. Obviously, Bio and Tails at the back of the field now, with Acid Masters as well. Groovy really the only one that's lost positions, other than, I don't know how that works, but yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had to just avoid something and checked up there. I couldn't really see where he was in the back of that at the beginning there, but
yeah, I'm taking a look here because Groovy doesn't look like he has damage. It just looks like he maybe just got a tap out of. Oh, there's a spinner. It's the Mercedes.
Oh, and the Mercedes, is that?
That's Vapor.
No, it's Vapor.
Yeah, he's just gone
the
around.
car.
It doesn't look like it was due to anybody else. I think he's just spun it.
Yeah, so he's gonna drop back down into 13th. Does get back going.
A little bit racy here on Gelfie. There's a big train, so I know Groovy's going to be wanting to get away from these guys, because at this point anything can happen. The DRS is going to come online any time now. Oh, the McLaren! Thunder!
Oh, no,
That's a big
McLaren! He goes around.
So how did he not take somebody else out?
Was that only his car's damage there?
That's only him.
Wow!
I can't believe.
Oh my goodness! Everybody is so fortunate to not.
I think actually maybe Vapor got a tap or something, but he doesn't have damage. Oh, this is madness. So we have another VSC.
Wow, that was so close right there. I'm sure that gave quite a scare.
And also,
to some of the boys there.
Groovy got past, but he's going into the pits. This might be smart.
So J-Make's going into the pits as well. Gotta follow him.
This might be a smart move, but the only thing is, if we've already seen 2 VSCs, I wouldn't be surprised if a safety car.
There's another car on the front stretch. It's Acid Masters is out as well.
Yeah, so
he is on the front straightaway.
Yeah, I think he disqualified. I can't remember why he disqualified, actually. Also, what happened? How is David in first now? Did TC pit?
Yeah, how did we miss? Hold on.
I'm really confused. Hold on a minute. What?
Well, no, because they all have 3-lap-old tires, so David somehow got past both of them.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. So there's the yellow flag.
I know David was super. I mean, he was probably.
The VSC comes out,
I think, like,
and somehow he just got past them. How did
now
that?
I wonder if the Delta, if they didn't play it.
Back on the replay, and the VSC is out, and I see his dot just go past both cars. And how does he have such a massive lead? Something.
Yeah, I don't even.
So a glitch, I think, has just contributed.
Yeah, I mean, he is way out there now. I mean, he's already taken turn 1, and they're just rounding.
The Groovy just DNF'd. How does that? Is that
Oh no!
I'm trying to see. Where's the
I can't
car
find
at?
this car on the map.
Yeah, I can't see it either. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, no, I think I missed it. My last chance was J-Mick. And that's a full safety car. Wow. So this race has been.
So it was.
So that makes things a little bit more fair now.
Was.
But still not, because he got a 13-second gap during a VSC.
Yeah, that. Oh my god, that's almost. Not sure how that was able to manage.
That's so confusing. That's so weird.
I'm not sure how he was able to manage that. Yeah. It seems almost.
Yeah, I'm sure stewards will be having an interesting conversation about that, as David has now left the session. So let me try to get back in. This has just been a really good session. We've had two restarts. This is our third time trying to get this lobby going, and it's proving to be a little bit difficult, possibly. Canadian's heading into the pits. TC is as well. Canadian just got a 5-second. TC just got a 5-second.
Oh, they both pick it up.
Oh no. Azure gets through cleanly this time, but he's going to have to serve the 5-second that he already has. And he's going to have to double stack with his teammate.
Yeah, he's getting double stacked there, so he's going to have to wait.
What's going on here?
Oh, now everybody, and J-Mick is just retired too. Canadian has left the session. What is happening here?
Mayhem right now.
David has just joined back, but...
Yeah, what is going on here?
See if we can get Canadian back in here too. I'm going to send him an invite real quick.
So, David obviously did not pit yet. So none of the people in the top 4 have pitted. TC's going to come out in P5. Ahead of Canadian. And ahead of Gelfie. Oh man, this is chaos. This is absolute chaos.
Yeah, this one is going to be wild here, because... So TC, though, with brand new mediums, let's see, we're on lap 6. The grid looks pretty spread out right now. It's probably going to be a few laps before we get going green again. It's going to be
interesting now because both TC and Canadian both have 5-second penalty. Now, Azure obviously had to serve his, so he's down in P11. But yeah, still a lot of work to do here. We'll see. Safety car, not even probably really close to coming back in. Still a very wide gap between all the guys. What is up with all the disconnections? Good thing. See, now I bet they're not complaining that I sent like 30 invites.
Right, yeah, we're getting requests to leave, but I'm not sure why, though. We're already in the middle of this. Yeah, so the grid's still pretty spread out. Thunder is on the back DRS straight, so imagine it's maybe going to be maybe 2 more laps before we go green again.
Oh man.
Okay, so now I'm seeing some of this too. It's definitely not very good advertising for Codemasters here, but this game definitely has quite the infestation.
Yeah, the guys are saying that we need to restart. That there's a lot of glitches going on.
And you know what? That
Oh,
might
man.
explain how David was able to get a 13-second. That's the only explanation there. It's just an astronomical time to make in a one lap out of VSC. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a tough one. Tough one there. I'm not sure where we at 8. We were at 8 laps in, but we'd have to.
Yeah, I'm
Is it gonna
considering.
be a one shot or still a quick? I mean,
I mean, at the moment, after our third time starting, it would be our fourth time. I'm considering.
just holding off for now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm considering just putting this race during one of our break weeks. Next because yeah, the boys are complaining quite a bit.
I mean, that is kind of tough and shit. Yeah, like if it's given VSCs and non-VSCs and golly, bro, I can't believe this game is bro. I swear the last year's game was not this fucking bad. There's like no, I don't remember that last year's game being like that. I remember glitches, but not like this kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, so unfortunately we are going to postpone the remainder of this race. I'm gonna push it back to one of our break weeks. Unfortunate, but yeah, too many. A lot of the guys are, most of the lobby is complaining about the glitches. So we've tried to restart it several times. So that is it for this week. We'll see you guys next week at Singapore. Hopefully, nothing happens next week. So thank you.